In this video, we are going to create one component under 5 minutes. That means one animation that you can learn in this video under 5 minutes. We are going to create it from scratch and build it from scratch, and we are not going to take more than 5 minutes to do it. After that, we are going to do some modifications to it, maybe some enhancements. But for this video, just 5 minutes on the animation. So the thing we are going to create in this video is called magnetic button. The thing that you see right here, once you move your mouse pointer, it magically goes to that place or actually follows your mouse pointer. That is exactly that we are going to create. We are going to create a minimal reproduction so that we can actually nail down the core logic. And with that, let's get right into our video. This is what we have right here. So this is our button, and let's get right with our coding. So I'll create a button really quickly and I'll give it some styling. BG blue 500 or not. BG linear to be from blue 500 to blue 700. Text white, font medium, and I'll maybe call it subscribe now. So now is the right time for you to subscribe. If you want to see more such videos, hit subscribe. Now we can have px4 py2 rounded lg so that our button is in place and looks nice and decent. I'll also give it active scale 98, transition all duration 150 so that it is nicely scaling, and cursor would be pointer. So now we have our button. Now comes the main part of actually animating it. I'll quickly import motion, which is already there, and I'll have used client directive at the top. So I'll convert it to a motion div, and this motion div is actually going to have two functions: on mouse move and not here, on mouse leave. We are also going to pass in a ref here so that we can actually calculate the bounding client rect for that. And for that, we are going to do ref is equal to ref. I'll quickly import these things. Use ref HTML div element, and it is going to be null. I'll quickly create functions: handle mouse move, e react dot mouse move, okay, and const handle mouse leave. I'll do this. Now we have these two functions. I want to hook them up: handle mouse move and handle mouse leave. Now, if you go to this component, you'll see we are following the mouse pointer over here. So we need to actually track where is our mouse at currently. For that, we are going to do this. Here is fine. Const position, set position, use state, and we are going to track x and y position. So x0, y0. This is so that we can track how much is the displacement in the x direction and how much is it in the y direction. Pretty simple to do in our case. We can simply do first is the easier case. So set position is defaulted to this, which is if there is nothing, just set it to 0 and 0. First, we'll see if our ref exists, ref dot current return, and this will be if not. Then we are going to extract width, height, left, top from ref dot current dot get bounding client rect. Where are we doing? 4 minutes, that is fine. This to actually get the dimensions of this box. Actually, it's surrounding box, but since the padding is already covering it up, we are going to take the surrounding boxes, width, height, left and top values. Once we have this, we can also extract client X and client Y from this. I hope my audio is there. So this will give you where our mouse pointer is at currently. With that, we are going to extract how much are we going to displace in the X and Y direction. So const X would be client X minus left plus width by 2. Similarly, const Y would be client Y minus top plus height by 2. Now we can just simply set position X and Y. And onto this, we can animate X would be position dot X, Y would be position dot Y. Once we have this, you see the button is already moving, but the transition is actually stupid, which I don't want right here. So I'll probably pass in spring animation with stiffness. Maybe I hit and trialed it with 150, damping can be 25, and you'll see it is better now, springier. But I can also pass in a mass variable or mass value. By default, it is 1. I'm going to maybe pass 0.3 over here, so it is a bit smooth. And with this, you have your function or your animation. I hope I was able to do it in 5 minutes. Video stops here. Stick to this video if you want me to over engineer this or look at me actually over engineering this. So right now, component is done. this is how you can create this motion effect or springy effect. Now you can go ahead and do all sorts of crazy things with it. Hover and it does this and that and this and that. That works. One thing that I want to do here is first I want to have a border. So I'll create another div inside outside of it. Format document really quickly. This div, I want to pass the mouse handlers here. And I also want to check if we have moved at all or not. For that, we can have this position dot x not equal to 0 or position dot y not equal to 0. Now, what does this tell you? This tells you basically if y or x values are 0. If they are not 0, then you have moved. If you have moved, we can style it differently. I'll give it a class name of border dashed, and I'll also give it a simple variable of show color blue 500. So now you see you have a border outside of it. I'm going to call it rounded LG. So you see that is the rounded border which is outside, and I want to give it a style tag of border color var show color. All right, you have this. So now it is of blue color. There is some weird padding though, but I don't care much about it. Rounded XL is 8px. So now it is fine. Now I can move. Now you see how this looks. It looks better, but I want the border to only come position has moved. So I can do has moved else transparent. And I can put in a transition. Colors duration would be 150. Nicely animates in and animates out. I can also give it a background color of var show color, but it is a bit too much. I don't want that much of color. So I'll drill down the opacity of it a bit, and that how you can do that is using color mix in sRGB, var color shadow, define the opacity as 10% and then transparent. By this, you'll be able to, I think I missed a border here. You'll be able to specify the opacity this way. If you increase it to 40%, you see it is more visible now. This is what I like. I can also pass in a strength factor and multiply this entire mathematics with strength here so that it moves less or more depending upon the strength factor. Now it is 0.3, so it is moving less. If it is 0.8, it will move more. So you can control strength of it, and you can do all sorts of things. The last thing I want to do probably is drop in a text shadow. So the text looks a bit shadowy, and I really like how we have turned out to be. And this is how you create a moving animation or an animation that moves with your pointer, a magnetic button with framer motion or motion react or motion for react or motion.dev. I'm actually recording this video again because the first time I missed recording my audio. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want me to record more such 5-minute tutorials, do let me know in the comments. What do you want me to record next under 5 minutes? And I'll be happy to do so. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. तब तक के लिए भाई जय हिंद. बहुत काम करो, बहुत मेहनत करो. Next video में मिलता हूँ.